Hey y'all, still in Phoenix, just been out for lunch with Tasha. Now Tasha's somebody who I used to know in New Zealand and she's been here 24 years in Phoenix and so it's been 24 years since we've seen each other. Some of you who known me a long time will know who Tasha is, but it's a long story, but if you ever want to know, just come and see me. I'm not going to go into it here. But so Tasha's been here 24 years and she's the only reason I've come to Phoenix. Quite frankly, I'd rather have stayed in Vegas, but seeing Tasha's been worth it. And we just went to out for lunch, and we were supposed to go to some really. I'm going to put my glasses on because I keep squinting. Now I'm going to be a retard. Let's do it properly, like that. There we go. Right, so we went to go to a place called, what was it called, Tash? Fuddruckers or something?
I was going to say Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers. We were supposed to go to Fuddruckers for lunch. And apparently they just confirmed last week with Google that they're open from midday till 11 a.m. till like midnight or something. Confirmed last week, so we thought this is going to be good. So we decided to have a late lunch at like 3:30, quarter to 4 we arrived there, and they closed at 4 o'clock, the bastards. So Tasha decided, hey, let's go to McDonald's. Well, okay, why not? They don't do Kiwi burgers here. But so we went to McDonald's and we got in there about 4 o'clock and they closed at what time, Tash? About 4:15? Yeah. So everything seems to close. It's like Mexico here. They all close for a siesta in the middle of the afternoon.
It's weird.
It's weird, apparently. So anyway, this is Tasha. Oh, hang on. Now you can go, Tash.
Oh, hello.
That's Tasha. And you've been here 24 years, Tash?
Yes.
And you like it?
For the most part, yes.
For the most part, yeah. So she's married to a cool guy called Ash. And we mate Gary, who hasn't seen Ash for at least that long, 25 odd years, and kind of knew Tasha, didn't really know her. He remembered that she was married to Ash, and she was quite impressed with that, so... Anyway, say goodbye, Tash.
Bye, Tosh.
So that's one of the highlights of my trip. And to be honest with you, one of the reasons I decided to come on this trip was I wanted to send Tasha a package for Christmas. And it was going to cost like $140. And I thought, for that price, I might as well deliver it myself. So Tasha got her package today. Oh, yeah. Did the contents of your package, Tash? Yeah? What'd you get?
Sounds weird, but yes, I did.
She got custard powder, and there it was there.
Yep.
Custard powder and various other cookies. No cookies, but confectionery.
A lot of candy.
A lot of candy, milk bottles and custard powder. She would have got reduced cream and Marmite, but apparently you can blow up a plane with reduced cream and Marmite, so they wouldn't let me bring it. So she's got the onion soup, but she hasn't got the reduced cream. What else you got there? Oh, caramel and caramello, yeah.
These go together really well.
Apparently onion soup and caramello go well together. Well, we're going to find out anyway. So anyway, that was Tasha's care package. It was going to cost $160 to send. And so I figured, well, $60, I might as well spend $3,000 and deliver it myself. And it's been worth every cent to see her. How's that? Yeah. Righto. Catch you later. G'day guys. Just had my first Walmart experience. It was at Walmart in Tempe in Arizona. It was only a small one. It was a lot smaller than I expected. Apparently it was quite an old one. It was mostly a grocery store, plus they had a few, they had the other departments, but it was very, there wasn't a great range, and it certainly wasn't a huge store. It was probably slightly bigger than, slightly bigger than your average warehouse in New Zealand or large supermarket. But it was certainly small by Walmart standards. I just want to show you something that I got. I actually had one of these on the at Las Vegas airport, actually, from a vending machine, and I'd never seen it before, and I thought while I was eating it, it was pretty cool. And I'll just flip this around for you. So it's a Lunchables. There's all sorts of different packs. So this one is ham and cheddar. The one I had at the Las Vegas airport was a ham and Swiss cheese. And it came out of a vending machine for $4.50. This one came out of Walmart for $1.25. So anyway, basically what it is that. In my other one there was 8 crackers. I don't know how many there is here. There's 6, probably 6 is there. Oh, there's probably 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 or 8 anyway. Then that's slices of ham that go on top. They're just thin round slices of ham to go on the cracker. And this one's got American cheese, a slice for each cracker, and then a couple of cookies. Really good value, nice too. So I'd show you that. Hey, yeah, so it's my last night in, well, I've been calling it Phoenix, but I actually haven't really been to Phoenix at all. I've stayed in Tempe, the city of Tempe, which is like right next door. It's as close as Johnsonville is to Wellington, really. I know Johnsonville and Wellington are the same city, but literally Phoenix and Tempe, there's no real division between them, but technically I've only really been in the city of Tempe the whole time. So great to catch up with Tasha. Absolutely fantastic. I'm leaving at 6:30 tomorrow morning. I fly out at 6:30, so I've got to be at the airport. I want to be there by sort of 5:30 at the latest. Southwest Airlines, I don't want to risk it. But they were cool coming here. They were really cool, so I don't foresee any problems. But I will be having an early night, or very shortly I'll be going to bed, so I can get up early tomorrow morning. And hopefully the Lyft or Uber ride will be on time, and we'll get to the airport all good. So I haven't really done much. The only thing I really had planned for while I was here, other than catching up with Tasha, was I was going to rent a car on Saturday morning and drive to Winslow, Arizona, to stand on the corner from the Eagles song. But I was really tired. I had a late night the night before. Was watching the team's champs here. Didn't get to bed till about 3 a.m. I was supposed to pick up the rental car at 9 a.m, but I'm still not 100% confident on driving on the wrong side of the road and sitting in the wrong seat of the car and all the rest of it. Even the other day when I went to hop in my Uber, I tried to hop in what is the driver's side here. So yeah, I'd just been tired. I just didn't feel like taking the risk, just doing it on an empty tank sort of thing. So I cancelled it, and yeah, no big deal. I will tell you a story just quickly before I go. The locals here, well, the locals everywhere have been really fantastic. I haven't met a bad American yet. I dare say there are one or two around, but I haven't come across them. So last night I went to an arcade in a shopping mall that closed at 7 o'clock because it was Sunday. They normally open till 11 o'clock, except Sunday nights they closed at 7. But anyway, I went to this arcade and played a bit of pinball, etc. Had a couple of drinks. And then I decided to go to a place called Zips Sports Bar for dinner. So I got to Zips and I got there at around about 7:15ish, I suppose, PM, obviously. There was a basketball game on. The Phoenix Suns, the local team, obviously, we were playing. I think it was New Orleans. I'm not the biggest basketball fan in the world, so I don't know. So the place was really, but it was an away game for the Suns, Phoenix Suns. It was an away game for them, so it was on TV. So this sports bar, Zips Sports Bar, was really, really busy. And I sort of turned up there on my own. And he said, oh, there's no tables. There's no tables left. You'll have to sit at the bar if that's all right. And I said, yeah, no problems at all. So got a bar stool and set up at the bar. There was only like 2 or 3 spaces left. And this older guy came in. I'll show you a photo of him very shortly. He came in and he said, is anyone sitting here? I said, no, go right ahead. He said, that's an down under accent, isn't it? And I said, yeah, it is. He said, oh, I've been to New Zealand and Australia. I reckon yours is New Zealand. And I said, yep, it is. Very well done. And he stuck his hand out and he said, my name's Alan. I said, well, that's a coincidence. He says, because my name's Alan. And he said, I bet you don't spell it the same way as I do. And I said, well, I spell mine with my mother spelt mine with 2 L's and 2 A's. And he said, that's incredible. He pulled out his driver's license and showed me his name was spelt the same way mine is. And I said, I bet you got a drawer full of documents and certificates, etc. with your name spelt wrong. And he said, certainly have. And I bingo. So anyway, we got talking, and he was a reasonable basketball fan, and he was there to sort of watch the first half of the game because his kids were at the theatre. He just dropped them off at the theatre down the road to watch a play. So he had to go pick them up at around about half time of the basketball game. But anyway, I got talking to him, and then we got talking to a couple of other people that sort of overheard our conversation, etc. And when I got my first drink, he said, I'll pay for his drink. And I said, okay, well, I'll pay for a second one. And the guy said, no, there won't be a second one. But so anyway, we had a few drinks and ordered some dinner. And I had a burger and onion rings, and I had 5 ciders in total while I was there. 5 bottles of cider. And I was starting to get a wee bit buzzed. I didn't want to get drunk at all. I do not want to get drunk on this trip, because obviously that can only lead to trouble when you're a tourist. So he said, oh, I've got to go pick up my kids. They text him, they were ready. And I said, oh, I'd better get going too. And at the start of when I first arrived, I'd handed over my credit card, just to sort of start a bar tab sort of thing. And I know with 1 or 2 of the drinks, like the old fella bought my first one, and I know another young fella bought my 3rd one or something. He said he'd pay for this one. And so I sort of picked out a couple of people who'd been friendly, and I said, oh, you can shout them the next couple of drinks. And she said, no, they won't let you. And I said, oh, I'll give them a check then, and went to sign it. And she said, she just gave me a card back. There was no docket with it. And I said, well, where's the docket? How much am I paying? And she said, no, the locals have paid for your dinner and your drinks, and they won't let you pay for it. And the old fella, I said, well, this isn't right. I've got to pay something. And the old fella said, no, you're a guest in our town, in our city, in our state, and our country. He said, you will not be paying tonight. So it's a bit embarrassing, really, because if I had wanted to stay, I certainly wouldn't have wanted to stay drinking for free. Or not there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, but really hospitable people, just unbelievable. So, like, I was sort of expecting to pay $25, $30, and yeah, just they'd paid for it basically. They wouldn't let me pay for it at all. They wouldn't let me buy them a drink. They wouldn't let me do anything. It's wonder they let me go home, to be quite honest. So yeah, that was a really cool thing that happened, and it's just, I have not met a bad person here yet. Of course, most of the people I've met have been either taxi drivers or Uber drivers, etc. But you get talking to people. You know what my dad was like, for those that do. And I'm kind of my dad's son, really. I'll talk to anyone. I admit it, Donna. I am my dad's son. So yeah, it's been really cool. And they were just good people, just really good people. Expected nothing in return, sort of thing. Just hospitable people. So I'm off to Nashville first thing in the morning. So I will catch you from there. Take care.